Hey everyone, today I'm going to be comparing 7-Up. The bottle to the left is from the 1970s. The bottle to the right is brand new. The bottle to the left is glass while all the new ones are plastic. I was unable to find a 1-liter bottle to compare it to the older one. Since that's kind of hard to find in my area, I went around to a bunch of convenience stores. I went to a bunch of big box stores. Nobody sells the 1 liters. It's either the big 2-liter or the tiny 12 or 16 ounce ones. But that will not affect the flavor. Today I'm going to see if they taste the same. If there's any difference in flavor, I'm going to tell what it tastes like. I'm going to see if there's still carbonation in there. Now you see what happens with the new plastic bottles. If it loses carbonation, it implodes. Because the carbonation is what keeps the bottle inflated, which I've proved in my other videos of soda. This is a glass bottle, so when I open it, if there's a vacuum, there's no carbonation. But because it's a glass bottle, the seal might be better. The new seals are kind of garbage. After a couple years, they're flat, but the older ones in the glass tend to keep carbonation a lot longer. I cannot compare the ingredients in these because back in the 1970s, nutrition facts and ingredients were not required. That did not get passed until 1990 when they had to actually do that. You see, I'm going to turn the bottle. They did have bottle deposits back then, but there's nothing else. Bottom doesn't really say anything. Just some random numbers. It does say, if you can even read that, 199, and it also says right here 75. It might be from 1975. It says return for deposit, but it's not really clear on, was the deposit back then 5 cents or 10 cents in Maine? I don't know what the deposit would have been back then, but this is a really nice bottle. You can see it's painted on there very nicely. The top is metal. The top also says 7-Up. And go ahead and zoom into that and get a shot of where it says 7-Up. The new cap doesn't say 7-Up on the top. So let's get down to this. I have these old cups here, which I've used before in other drinking videos. These are vintage cups, styrofoam. They say 58 cents on the front of it. Whoever bought these, it says 3 for $1, whatever store that was, so they're pretty old for that. They're a little tougher than the new cups. Those ones are made locally in Pennsylvania, unlike most of them these days are actually made in China. Not all of them, but a good amount that I've seen are. So let's start opening these things up. So here I go. I'm going to get 2 styrofoam cups out of my bag. 1 for each. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. Is it going to have carbonation? Oh, it has carbonation! Whoa! It almost exploded! I can't believe it. After all these years, it has carbonation. That'll be even better for the taste testing. There's a lot of it in there. There we go. All soda back then has kind of that same smell. I'm going to have to wipe this down after, no big deal. Here's a new one. I actually think the old one had more carbonation. Let's get a smell test first. And the other one. Okay, this one smells really sweet and sugary, but you can't really smell the lemon lime that much. The newer one is, you can really smell the flavor lemon lime. But this one here, it's kind of faint, but it is definitely a sweeter smell. So let's pour that out. Cool, it even says 7-Up inside the cap. Actually, this little rim here is supposed to break off of the cap. It did not. Like, you see how the red is still left on this? It did not break off of this. I'm going to try to seal this tightly. Maybe I can actually keep some of that carbonation in there. Probably not. Let's put that off to the side. Get some of the new 7-Up in the cheap flimsy bottle. Okay, so side-by-side comparison of these. Huh. That's a big difference. The newer one is clear, while the older one is yellow. A yellowish brown. If you can see that. Well, let's get a taste test of the older one. Definitely sweet. Can't taste the flavor. I taste a lot of sugar. I can't say I taste any of that lemon lime. Nope. Has carbonation. A weird musty popcorn tasting aftertaste. Strange. The new one. Really taste that lemon. Even after taking a sip of this, I can't get that aftertaste of this one out of my mouth. It's not a bad aftertaste. It's weird. It tastes like popcorn. All gone. It's good. Just can't wrap my mind around what that flavor is. Not bad at all. I'm going to fill these cups back up, and I want to get a close-up shot of the color difference. This one, the new one, foams up quite a bit, while this one, the foam calms down faster. Okay, you see? Clear, brownish yellow. Also, if you also want to see this, let's get an even closer look at this. The bubbles in the newer one are bigger than the older one, if that means anything. You see how big the bubbles are in that one? Wow, this one, they're really small and there's a whole bunch of them. Hope this video was interesting. I'm going to try to do some more soda related videos in the future. Also, there's something else I might try doing in the future, and that's what I'm going to use the rest of this for. Carbonation is not important for the experiment I'm planning. I want to boil down old and new soda to see if the syrup left over is the same or not. I've seen guys do these experiments. They have a frying pan in the stove. They pour a soda in there and they boil the water out of it until it's just like this syrup left over or a burnt char. I'm going to do that to see if the leftover is the same between them. But everyone, I hope this video was interesting. Thanks for watching.